Hello, everybody. So right now I am just I'm at a town center. I'm just drawing. Hmm. Hello, Amy Thompson. How you doing? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm just drawing right now. I'm out in like a town center right now, like a mall right now. So might be a lot of noise. Are you guys able to hear me? Yeah, I see there's one person in here. So if you guys are able to hear me, just put in yes in the chat. I just want to make sure people can hear me. Uh, I might not. I won't really be talking that much because I'm just sketching right now. But yeah. I'm holding the phone right now. I know I shouldn't be doing this because it's not the most optimal way to draw and stream, but I just realized I hadn't streamed anything right now. So I just wanted to do a stream today. Happy Friday for everybody. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Hello, Silas Fairbanks 64. Hi, I'm Silas, or not Silas, Silas. Hi, I'm Silas. I subscribed. Oh, thank you so much, Silas. I really appreciate the support. If you guys want to see these sketches that I'm drawing, I'm gonna be posting them on my Substack. I think I already put it it's in the link in my bio. So I'm gonna start posting stuff there. If you guys want to take a look at that later on, it's free to subscribe. But like after, well, I'm not gonna talk about it. I just want to let y'all know where you can find the drawings and stuff. thinking about putting it on my Patreon, but I think I'm gonna just have the Patreon for like digital stuff, and then put sketches and stuff on my Substack. I don't know. Thanks to everybody that's watching. Feel free to make any. Feel free to be in the chat. Just don't be saying crazy stuff. You know. So my goal, I'm gonna be doing these live streams every day until I'm able, at least until I'm able to find work. Depending on what type of work I'm able to find, I might not be able to do this at the times that I usually do it, depending on the schedule. But even if I do find work, I'm gonna try to find a way to do it. The streams, it might be on the weekends or anything. Like again, just based off of whatever, you know, just based off of whatever schedule I end up getting. Alright, so just now for those of you who just joined, I'm just doing some sketches, doing a little doodling. Nothing really fancy schmancy. So if you like live streams, like art live streams, you can, like and sub. It'll support the channel. I'll appreciate it. I try to do these every single day, and at least until I can find employment. I'll still do them, It's just the time might be different depending on, when I start work. Man, I like drawing faces a lot. But I really need to work on anatomy. I think my anatomy is actually pretty okay. But I find that, this shoulder is messed up right here. So this should be like this or something. And see, my anatomy is absolute butt. But that's fine. We just gotta work at it. I'm sorry if this looks weird. I'm actually holding my phone while doing this. I don't have like a tripod thing I can use. I usually have like a little stand to do it with, but I don't feel like getting it out right now, so I'm just gonna use this instead. Yeah, I messed up her shoulder. Her stuff should be like, maybe like right here. Yeah, I need to work on it because I made her shoulder so huge. Just drawing this coat to hide the mistake. Yeah, whatever. But it's a sketch, so it's not like a perfect drawing. Sketches don't have to be super pretty and perfect all the time. I know a lot of people have like these fancy sketchbooks and stuff, which are really beautiful, but it's a sketchbook. Everything is gonna be pretty. shades. I like drawing shades. I've gotten into drawing glasses a lot. Let's try to draw something else here. I know holding the phone in your hand isn't the best way to record while drawing, but I feel like as opposed to having a stand, it's a lot easier just to move it around to the place that I want to draw next. The only thing, I just have to make sure that I'm actually, when I draw, it's actually in the frame. That's really the biggest problem. But I get used to it. Like, I think I'm getting the hang of it right now, actually. Thank you guys so much for joining. So I'm just doing some doodling. You might hear a lot of noise in the back. I'm at a mall. Just wanted to do a little stream today. Did some job searching, and then I just stopped by to draw a little. This stream, doing all this streaming, does keep my mind off of thinking about, worrying about, employment and stuff. Like, when I first got laid off, I was so, like, that was a huge nerve wrack. I'm like, how am I supposed to get a job now? I've applied to all these jobs that I know I'm qualified for, I have the experience for, and none of them have called me back. It's just very nerve-wracking. Hello, James Ray. How you doing? Ooh, sorry about that. Welcome to the stream. I'm just drawing and just rambling. I decided, I could just take this extra time to just do more art stuff, to develop my art channel, to develop my art skills, and to just do more things that I like to do while I'm trying to, find gainful employment. Because I feel like I don't ever really have a lot of time to work on this channel a lot because of working, but then when I'm not working, I don't have the time to work on it because I'm too busy trying to find work. How long to draw one person, sis? How long does it take for me to draw one person? Is that what you're saying? Well, I haven't timed it. When I'm just doing these little doodles, these sketches and stuff, it doesn't really take that long for me to do. It's probably like maybe a minute or so. Like with this, it didn't take me that long. It also kind of depends on if I'm just drawing just the head, like here, or the whole body, or just like, the torso part. But for sketches, it doesn't really take me that long to like draw something. It depends on like the details. Just like a couple of, maybe a minute or two, I would say. It's like a minute or two to like draw these. It's not really that, this doesn't really take a very long time. Sorry for if the screen is wobbly. I'm actually holding this phone in my hand while I'm recording this. I usually have a little stand to do it, but the problem is that I gotta keep moving the sketchbook and stuff. So, I decided I was gonna hold it in my hand and just move the phone to the place where I want to draw. I think that's a little bit easier. It's not very easy to have this in your hand and draw, but it's a lot easier in that, you can just, I don't have to keep flipping the book over to get it to fit in the screen. I like your drawing. Oh, thanks, Ray. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've been drawing since I was a kid. I'd say I'm self-taught because I didn't go to art school or anything. Just kind of learn from like, internet videos and art books and just just copying stuff that I like to watch or read. One of my number one goals is that I want to do art as like a full-time job, but I've been having a hard time figuring out what I want to do in regards to art. Like, I tried to do graphic design. I mean, graphic design is fine, but I really would prefer to just do drawing and illustration, honestly, or something in animation. I've animated stuff before. I'm actually part of this program for Fountain Pen Productions, and they just animate little shorts on the YouTube. And I actually animated a shot for one of those shorts. Ooh, it's getting a little bit blurry. I'm sorry about that. So that's one of my crowning achievements. I'm an official animator who worked on an official project. Speaking of which, I gotta get this week. I gotta finish working on that shot. I worked on it a little bit yesterday, but I haven't had any updates. So I gotta make sure I do that. So I feel like it's taking me forever to complete that shot. I don't want them to think I'm lollygagging. I know I kind of am, honestly. Not on purpose, though. It's just so many things. Sis, how old are you? Just a question. I'm 30. 30. I just turned 31, actually. So, yep. So I'm an old lady. Which is more than the reason why I want to work on this type of stuff. Like, I'm not getting any younger, and I just want to do the stuff that I actually want to do in life. But like, I guess I don't have to do a specific thing. Like, I don't have to only illustrate or only animate. I can just do different stuff and see what I like. I wish I could draw something a lot better for you all. I don't want you guys sitting here looking at and scratch all day. So I'll try to draw something a little bit cooler. You're quite young, you know. 31? I know 38, 31 isn't super old. That was like a joke. Because you know, some people try to act like if you in your 30s, you're like, that's just game over for you. So that was just more of a joke. I do wish I would have been able to achieve the stuff that I wanted to do when I was younger, but it just never worked out. Can you draw Winnie the Pooh? I guess I could try it. I'll have to see if I can draw them from memory because I don't got a way to reference it. Oh, goodness. How does Winnie the Pooh look? Let's see. You're gonna get my interpretation of Winnie the Pooh, or in my art style at least, because I forgot how Winnie the Pooh looks. I know how he looks, but I just forget. I can't draw him the way he's supposed to be. So you're just gonna get my Winnie the Pooh in my art style, basically. So there's honey. He's got a little jar of honey there. I haven't watched Winnie the Pooh in ages. You know, he's always trying to eat honey and stuff. I don't know. It'll make me a little happy guy. I'm sorry, I don't remember how he looks, Ray. I don't remember how to draw the art style. So I'm just kind of drawing him in my interpretation. my style, because I can't look up any. I'm using my phone to draw it, and I cannot. It looks like, yeah, it does kind of look like Ice Bear. I'm sorry about this. Like, I haven't seen, I haven't looked at Winnie the Pooh in ages, and I can't bring up a reference photo because I'm on the phone. I don't have any other way to look it up. Let me try to do it again. I'm gonna try to draw them again in my art style, in my own little interpretation. Let me see if I can. I don't remember how to draw him. That's crazy. Like, I know what he looks like, but when I try to do it, it's just he has little tiny eyes. I know this is not exactly what he looks like. This is just, there we go. Yeah, I have to. Oh my God, I don't. That's way off. Yeah, I gotta look. I gotta look at it. Like, I can see. I can imagine what he looks like. I know what he looks like, but I just, for some reason, it's just not clicking. I don't know what's going on. I guess that's just my interpretation of it. Then I'm sorry. I need to look up a. I'll have to look up like a. What do you call it? I have to look up a reference photo later because I know what he looks like, but for some reason I can't translate it to my pen. It's weird. But I think the reason why is just because, maybe I just need to look at it. I just need to look at a picture of him. And I can't bring him up right now, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, close enough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to look up like I had to look up like a picture. It's weird. Like, I can imagine what it looks like, but for some reason it's just not. It's not. What do you say? It's just not. I'm not able to draw exactly what I'm saying. Like, I can see him in my head, but I can't. Yeah, I can't really draw it. I think I need to, for sometimes with like when I'm drawing like characters and stuff, I do need to have like the reference sheet because I feel like I'm able to draw it on model if I'm looking at it directly. Cause it's like I know what he looks like, but it's like, I'm missing details. Like, I know I'm just missing details, and my brain isn't like able to bring up those details. I mean, I could look him up I could just look up a picture on my phone, but like, I'm not sure if that's gonna end the stream or not. I don't want to I don't want to like accidentally click out the stream. Ice Bear, Winnie the Pooh show. Yeah, I tried to draw Winnie the Pooh from memory, and it didn't work out. I've never watched We Bear Bears before. I've seen pictures of it, so yeah. Is that an elf? Yep, that's an elf. Elf lady. Magic elf lady. I, it's not from anything in particular. I literally just kind of like made it up on the fly because I wanted to draw something a little bit interesting. Yeah. Let's get a little plate of armor. And then maybe some. There we go. She's got like some magic. This is not a character in particular. I'm just drawing an elf thing. But yeah, it's an elf. It's supposed to be magic. I'm just drawing random stuff now. I just didn't want to be drawing heads all day because I know that's what I draw all the time. I just want to try to draw something a little bit different. Alright, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It just disconnected. Can you put something on her forehead like a seal? Yeah, let me see what I can draw here. Ooh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even recording it. Yeah, I just drew something right here right quick. I'm sorry about that. I didn't record it. I had my phone down. I forgot I was putting it right here. Oh, but yeah, sure. I drew like a little seal, circle, triangle. I just did something. I didn't do anything too fancy. That's what I drew. That's what it's on her head. It's a seal. Yeah, that's the thing. That's one of the things that I hate about recording with my hand or with the phone in your hand. So sometimes you forget that you gotta move it. So like I'll be drawing something, but then the camera won't even be on it, which sucks. Cause then y'all can't see me draw it. Let me draw this dress again. This dress that I was drawing as a kid is supposed to be based off of like the old dresses they used to wear in the 60s. So what I did here was like a big giant. There you go. I kind of like those dresses. They're really cute. If I had some kids, I'd probably put them in it. Yeah, that's kind of like what she's done. I like to try to fill up as much of the page as possible because these sketchbooks are not cheap. I think this was like $5 or something. I don't remember. It wasn't $1. I got this at a dollar store somewhere, but it was not. It was like it was $5. And I like to just use up as much space as possible. Get my money's worth. Kind of drawing her. Well, I messed up on my arms a little bit. sorry about all the noise. For those of you who just came around, I'm in a mall. So there's gonna be a lot of noise. Thanks so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Right now, I'm just doing some sketches, just random stuff, mostly people. Just drawing, just whatever random stuff I can think of. Although it's usually mostly only people. I'm gonna try to see if I can draw some full body stuff too, because I feel like I need to work a lot on anatomy. So I'm gonna try to draw more half body and full body characters on my next sheet. I like drawing people with collared shirts. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to work on drawings. And that's another thing too. I always draw heads and stuff, so I feel like my art is lacking when it comes to drawing anatomy and stuff, because I'm not drawing a lot of bodies and things like that. I'll put a little shadow underneath the hood here. Hello, the only Fred Bear. Today I drew Walter White. Oh, that's cool. That's really good. I can't draw people, like real people, to save my own behind, honestly. That's cool. I bet it looks super cool too. Whenever I try to draw real people, it never looks like the person that I drew. I actually did a commission where I drew somebody in my art style. It didn't look nothing like them, but they still liked it. Maybe I should work on drawing people too, though. And thanks for joining the Only Fred Bear. It's great to have you. And if you hear a lot of noise, I'm at a mall right now, just doing some random sketches and stuff. So yeah, that's where if you hear a lot of noise, that's the reason why. Yeah. And also, I'm holding this phone too while drawing, which is like a cardinal sin. It is very difficult to do this, but I feel like I've done it a couple times before. I usually have a stand I put this on, but for whatever reason, I just don't want to do it, because I have to stand, the phone is static, and I have to keep turning the sketchbook around. Whereas if I just hold the phone, I can just move it wherever I need to, wherever I want to draw. But here's what I've drawn so far. Yeah, just random stuff. I should also try to draw more animals. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like I've only focused on humans. And there's just a lot of things I need to know how to draw. And I'm going to try to see if I can. doing some profile. Sorry. Ooh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's very hard to focus on this. Draw a little bean. You guys remember when people were complaining about like bean face art style or whatever? Like with Steven Universe? I never understood what the problem is with that style. I think people just hate fun, I guess. I mean, it's cute. People who draw their faces like this, like a bean face. To this day, I will never understand why people got so mad about that. Hello, Slither the Wolf. It's nice to see you again. Apologies for all the noise. I'm in a mall. So that's what you're hearing right now. So it looks like we were able to mostly fill up this page with all the cool stuff we got on here. I'm gonna try to draw more stuff that's just not just heads. I just like drawing heads a lot. Heads and eyes. Now we're gonna sign this. What's today? May 16th. Oh, sorry about that. I got disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I don't want telephone data because end up using that up in seconds. Yeah, this is the page we got completed. Sign my username on there and everything. Now let's flip over. Let us flip over to the next page here. So you guys like art streams? I usually do these art streams. I try to do these art streams every day. There's not a set time. Or if I just do them, I do them. I try to do them like in the evening or in the afternoon. But I made a commitment to do this at least until I get a job or whatever. I'll still do it after, even then. It's just probably on the weekends or something. I just said I was going to just draw heads then. The first thing I drew was a head. Okay. Let's try to do something else here. Ooh. If you want to draw more dynamic poses, the best way to do this, start off with a stick figure and have their shoulders and their hips pointing opposite ways. So like the right shoulder pointing this way and the left hip is pointing up, so it's like opposite. And then use like a lot of S curves like this for the spine. And then use kind of like this S curve for the legs. it just makes the figure look way more dynamic when you do it like that. By the way, what's your opinion on tracing but not posted online, but it's rather just for personal use to help learn how to draw poses in anime? Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And I would say you can post it online too, as long as you make it clear that is not that's traced, and you give credit to the original artist. And you just put it on your post and be like, "Oh, I'm just doing this for learning purposes." But yeah, actually, a lot of artists they do trace over reference the stuff to get an idea of how to draw things. Like they'll trace over photographs or like characters, and it gives you like this idea of like the shape or the curves of the character or the person that you're trying to draw, or like the anatomy and things like that. As a matter of fact, you should, if you are trying to learn how to draw, that's what you should be doing. You should be like tracing references and things like that. That's a good way to learn how to draw actually. But you shouldn't just like, again, yeah, like just don't try to take credit for other people's stuff. And make it, if you post your tracing exercises online, just make sure you put down, oh, I'm doing this for learning purposes, and credit the original artist that you're that you're tracing on. I like drawing these stick figures like this because it just gives it a more, it just gives the figure a lot more attitude. They say you use a lot of S and C curves. So like the spine here, that's a C curve, kind of like a C curve, and then the legs, the way I draw like this, that's kind of like an S curve. But it just makes the character, the figure, look more dynamic, and it also just makes it look just more alive. There's more attitude too. See that? That's cool. And give them a smug face. I did it to help me learn how to draw cats, and now I'm kind of learning to draw them myself. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, tracing, I think the problem with the internet is that it doesn't have really a lot of nuance when it comes to, especially when it comes to stuff like art. Like, there's nothing really wrong with tracing as long as you're doing it the right way. The only thing that's really an issue when it comes to tracing is if you are tracing somebody's stuff and trying to pass it off as your own. But if you're using it to genuinely learn how to draw and do anatomy and stuff, that's perfectly fine. And again, if you post your tracing and your anatomy practices, just make sure that you credit the original drawing that you're tracing. And, also just make it known that, oh, you're doing that for learning purposes. You're not just doing it just to, be tracing people's stuff. And I know, even though I know that tracing is good, sometimes I try to prevent, I just can't really, I try not to bring myself to trace too much. I don't know why. I know it's not like a bad thing. It's just that I want to try to draw it on my own by myself first. And then if it doesn't come out right, then I'll try to like trace over and be like, okay, what's the anatomy here? My anatomy used to be god awful. I think Yeah, and even then, I only trace photos of real cats I found on Google. I'm learning how to draw cats without doing it now. Oh, congratulations! That's great. Yeah, if you're able to draw something without having to trace that, that's, you mean you're doing great. Now, see, I know nothing wrong with tracing, but I try to draw it myself without tracing. And then if I still can't get it, then I'll try trace over it as a reference, just to see, okay, what am I getting wrong? Why is it not looking the way it's supposed to look? And that's a great thing to do too. Like if you're trying to draw like a reference or something and you just can't get it right, just trace over it. Just try to get a feel of like the proportions and things like that. But yes, what you're doing, you're tracing it. You're doing it the right way. I know I said I wouldn't be doing just heads, but I can't really help myself. I just like drawing the head part. I think I'm kind of good at drawing heads and eyes, but only at certain angles. Like I usually draw stuff at a 3/4, at a quarter angle. I don't know why I hit 3/4. Does anybody find it difficult to draw like a person at like head on? For some reason, when I try to draw people head on, it's just looks weird. A pose that I'm great at now is doing a cat sitting down. I can also draw a cat loafing. Oh, cool! You got to post that. I want to see that. I like cats. Cats are literally the best. I'm gonna try to draw a person facing head on. Usually when I design a character or something, I always draw them at the quarter view, like this quarter side view, like this. It's so hard to draw somebody from like the face. I don't know why, like staring you right there, like what they call front facing. I don't know. I think I read somewhere that a lot of people have an issue with that, but I'm not sure. I can't draw humans without reference for the life of me, but even with reference, I have a cartoon style. Yeah, the same thing for me. Like I can draw cartoon people, but real people, I've drawn real people before, but it just doesn't, it never comes out right. I think that is a situation where I would need to trace over something to get, the feel of the person's proportions and anatomy, you know, because I am not good with trying to draw it on my own. You can only draw front facing. That's crazy because I suck at drawing front facing. So I have to do like the crosshairs and stuff to make sure everything's in the middle. Because otherwise, the character's face would be like everything would probably be on one side or something. This is not the same person. I'm just drawing another completely different character. Or yeah, unfortunately, I spend a lot of my time drawing stuff that I'm like familiar with, and I think that's not a very good way to improve your art, obviously. So I'm gonna try to force myself to get out of my comfort zone and draw different things. I might have to I draw like different things, different poses. I think the hardest pose is when you're drawing a head from like worm's eye view, from where like you can see like the bottom of the chin, like this. Ooh, it's kind of blurry. I'm sorry about that. So like this. I think I'm getting better at it, but the face always looks like a giant cylinder when I try to do it. So I don't know, you call it like a worm's eye view, like you're looking at under chin. Yeah, that's what I gotta work on. And also, like when you're looking top down. Now I think I've gotten ooh, I'm sorry, I was getting a little bit blurry. I think I've gotten a little bit better at drawing top down and from, underneath the chin and things like that. But the problem is that the face is always kind of like, 'cause I have like this, I try to draw like a box and stuff when I'm drawing the heads this way, because I think it's a lot easier than drawing it as like circles. It lets you see, I usually like to draw cylinders or boxes when I'm drawing certain angles. But the problem is that sometimes the face just looks blocked and it looks like a cylinder. But I think you just gotta keep at it. So I threw one OC that I'm proud of. That's a Jester Demon called Sebastian. I love how he came out. His skin is literally white. He wears heavy makeup and a lot of blue. He's a chaotic dye. Oh, he sounds like a huge troublemaker. It's really cool. I don't know. Did you post your work online, Slither? I'd like to see your work. Yeah, I've made some characters myself, but I've never. Ooh. And you see, look, he's got a gigantuan head. See, this is what happens when I try to draw from like the top down view. I always have the characters' heads look enormous. So you gotta kind of. And then you gotta draw to make sure the ears are higher up on the head. And then for the hairline, kind of be right here. Well, actually, maybe the hairline might be right here. I don't post my drawings online. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, I've seen some people say they don't like posting their stuff online because the internet is just full of really nasty people. I mean, nobody really knows who I am, so I don't think anyone's gonna care enough to like shit on my work. But I can understand why people wouldn't want to post their stuff online. Like if I want to if I ever want the possibility of like being able to make money off of my art, I kind of have to be online. Like my art is not super professional level, so I doubt that I'd ever be hired to work at an actual like company to draw anything. I feel like I'm drawing the same guy over and over again. That's why I need to draw other stuff. Let me draw some more stick poses here. We're gonna do a little challenge. We're gonna make this stick figure a chubby lady instead. Or maybe a chubby guy. Let's make him a chubby guy. a lot of dudes don't race like that. He was probably, we'll just make him more flamboyant type of guy. I don't know. I got called a slur in my comment section when I first started. I started loving because they spelled it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Slither. Yeah, people are just assholes on the internet. Yeah, people are fucking assholes on the internet, especially now. Like, people are getting really comfortable with being racist. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Especially with this new climate. I haven't had a hate comment in a year, like a year or something. Huh. Honestly, good for you. I mean, that's good that you haven't had to worry about that again. That's one of the benefits of people not really knowing your channel, who you are, is that like you don't have to worry about stupid stuff like that. Like I see, people always. I've seen people, call people slurs and stuff over like not draw over like drawing non-white characters, especially black characters, even if it's a character they designed themselves. And because I am a black artist and I draw black people, I'm always kind of wary, on the lookout for clowns that want to start some stuff like that with me. I haven't had that issue yet, so luckily I don't have that issue because I don't want to have to deal with that. But this is good. But I guess one of the advantages of people not really knowing who you are on the internet or having a very small fan base is that you really don't have a lot of situations where people are going out of your way to harass you. I want to give this kid a big fro. But yeah, it's good that you haven't had to deal with that in a year. I feel like I got like a bajillion different art styles, but when I draw sketch, it's just like only one type of style that I usually draw. Alright. This is a sad stick figure guy. It's even more surprising that I didn't get hate for a year because one of my edits that I made of a TV show I watched got over 10K views and has been negative comment yet. Yeah, maybe the people that are watching that edit are they're probably the same people that were like calling you slurs, more than likely. I think that's probably what happened. You might have attracted like a completely different demographic with your edit that probably isn't trying to, be racist assholes. But yeah, I don't know if you can block people on YouTube. I haven't had to do that. I know I removed a comment once. It wasn't anything racist though. They were just saying something stupid. I just wanted to remove them. Uh, but yeah, if you're able to block people on YouTube, just go ahead and do it. People try to make one thing I hate about the internet is people will try to gaslight you and act like you're weak for blocking people. But no, there's just some people that just should not have any of your time. And you need to just block them. You gotta block them because the thing that I find the worst, you can't only do it 3 times though. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Because people say you can block them, but I've never seen an option to block people before. Maybe I just haven't. You know what? I tried to block it's like some channels that I didn't like, and didn't give me. I don't think it gave me like the option to do that. I was trying to block them so I wouldn't have to see them on my feed. So I guess maybe you can block people; they can't see your stuff, but you might be able to still see their stuff. I think that's what it is. Well, one of the things that I hate about blocking on social media is that the site will inform the person that you blocked them. And the reason why I hate that is because, if the person that you blocked is like a asshole troll, they take joy in being blocked. And they'll try to create alternate accounts and try to harass you even more. I don't know why they even give the option for the person to even see that they've been blocked. Oh, it comes up with hide user or something if it's a comment. Then if it's a video, you can click don't recommend user. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know to not recommend, but like I wanted to block them entirely. And honestly, that don't recommend user stuff, that never worked. That's never worked. Like I will put that on a channel that kept showing up on the recommended page, and then like sometimes an hour later I will still see that channel pop up. It's just weird. I don't know. YouTube is just weird that way. Like I don't understand why this website can't do blocking. That never happened to me. It hasn't? Huh. Maybe I am doing something wrong, but I have clicked don't recommend user, and it's just like sometimes I still get them, or maybe not even like an hour later. That's just like one case. Sometimes they'll be recommended to me again in like another day or like a week from then. Yeah, YouTube definitely is drunk. You know how I knew YouTube was ridiculous? One of my art videos that I made, YouTube Studio shows you like what types of videos are recommending your videos. And apparently my art videos were being recommended under a psychology video. And I'm just like, well, no wonder I'm not getting any views. Y'all not even showing my video to the correct people. Granted, I think that was like the only video that had that issue, but like I can totally see somebody get their stuff recommended to the wrong people. Sometimes I feel like YouTube does that type of stuff on purpose so that it takes longer for you to get monetized because they don't want to share the ad revenue. That's what I think. But like I could just be, but that's like a tinfoil hat theory that I have. I don't have any proof of that. I wouldn't, but them being a multi-billion-dollar corporation, they're owned by Google, I would not put it past them to do something like that. I don't know why, I just like drawing the teeth. It's like one big block like that. I can draw teeth. The algorithm can suck sometimes. Yeah. Try all the time. Yeah. But what you gonna do about it? I guess it just really goes to show you that you can't, if you're trying to make a career out of something, you cannot depend on YouTube on here because it is not your friends. I kind of wish I had the idea to create my art channel like maybe 10 years ago. Like when the algorithm was so bad, maybe I would have had a chance. Maybe I would have had, maybe my channel would have been a little bit bigger. Maybe I would have been able to get monetized a little bit sooner. But I've heard that even bigger channels have problems. Even bigger channels have issues with The thing that I don't understand about it is I feel like they could fix these issues and they just choose not to. I don't see how it's like these issues can be fixed. Like you can make it where the algorithm actually recommends your videos that have the same, the same subject matter issue. I just think that they just choose not to. Like I said, like my whole tinfoil hat theory is they do it on purpose so it makes so that they don't have to share the ad revenue for you. Because like it takes longer for you to get monetized. But that's just a theory. I'm gonna take a look at the chat right now. I accidentally made the live small and immediately died laughing at the thumbnail for YouTube short with a baby doll with someone pulling your brow back and I was bullshit out. Yeah, people be posting some crazy stuff in the live in YouTube lives. You can also find a lot of interesting stuff. I'm pretty sure that's probably how a lot of people found my channel. I kind of like YouTube lives, I think that the algorithm might be favoring, and this just might be my experience, I think they're just favoring shorts more. Because I know when I do these lives, I tend to get I've gotten a lot more people to look at my stuff than, as compared to before when I wasn't doing them. Like I'm gonna still do my regular videos, the draw with me videos and stuff, but I feel like YouTube is trying to be like TikTok. I honestly do. Like, I don't know if this is on purpose, if they're like favoring the short lives on purpose, but I wouldn't put it past them because I think I find your channel through a live. Yeah, I looked at my analytics and it showed a lot of my I got a lot of subscribers too that were from the lives, which is cool. I'm glad that everybody's able to see the channel. It kind of reminds me. I just feel like YouTube is trying to be like TikTok with the lives and shorts and stuff. I wouldn't be shocked if like the algorithm, if they've changed. I wouldn't be shocked if we found that they changed the algorithm to favor shorts and stuff. Honestly, because I feel like that's what they're doing. But speaking of short lines, if you guys want to see like my old streams, you just you click on my profile and you click on live. It'll show like old VODs from my previous streams as well. So yeah, check those out if you want to, and also like and sub to the channel. I'm sorry, I hate to be promoting my channel so much, but I'm told that that's the best way to get people to be interested in your stuff. You just remind them to subscribe. So I try not to do it too much because I feel like I did it way too much on my other streams, and I don't want to like make people think, oh, she just wants subs and stuff like that. So. But if you are interested in this channel, you want to see more streams in the future, just be sure to like and subscribe. And you can also share and leave comments. You all be sure to leave comments on my old videos, other old videos as well. People tend to have a short attention span nowadays, so they scroll on the shorts. Yeah, yeah. I think the YouTube algorithm is probably favoring stuff, the shorts. So what I like to do is I do these speed paints. I call them draw with me's. It's just like footage of me drawing with like lo-fi music, because people like lo-fi music. I like lo-fi music. And what I like to do is I like to take some of the footage or all the footage from my old live streams. I try to speed it up a little bit and then put like some nice music on it. And I post that like every Tuesday at 2 p.m. sometimes. Or all the time. I say sometimes because I schedule it to where it's supposed to come out at 2, but sometimes for some reason it won't post until 4 or even earlier than that, which is weird. And like, I don't even know why I'm scheduling if y'all not gonna post it on there. But yeah, that's what I usually do. Somebody says it's not a good idea to like repost, too much footage because YouTube will flag that as some type of violation. Do you use hashtags like art or drawing? I use hashtags as YouTube tend to show the people who watch stuff with those hashtags a lot. For like my regular videos, I don't tend to I actually put like the hashtags in the description if I remember to do them for my regular videos. But like, do you mean like put hashtags? You think I should put hashtags in the title? Because I believe I put them in the description, and it doesn't really do anything. I do them in the descriptions. Yeah, I do mine in the descriptions too. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe my content is not that interesting to people too. Like, I got to take that into account. I don't want to. I'm not. Like, there's like probably like 100 other channels that do speed paints and stuff too. So like, I'm not discounting that. The content might not be that great, but like, I think I think it's perfectly fine. But yeah, I try to put in descriptions. I put the tags on there. So I usually would put my art videos under film and animation because that's the only like art related thing on there. But like, I've tried to do entertainment instead, see if that works. I also use a lot of hashtags that mean the same thing but with different wording. FYP is a good one to use. Oh, okay, so I'll use. I don't think I ever put them FYP. So I'll try to put FYP in there. I might do something like I'll put down, like say for instance, I might put down hashtag art, hashtag live stream, and then I'll also put down like hashtag. If I'm doing digital art, I'll put like hashtag whatever the art software I'm drawing, hashtag Medibang Paint Pro, hashtag digital art. If I'm doing drawing like this traditionally on paper, I might just put down sketching, drawing. Yeah, I've read a lot of things that say that the hashtags and the tags don't really do a lot after a certain period of time. So I'm not really sure. I think even people who've been on YouTube for a while don't really understand how YouTube works. They change a lot of stuff too much, so I don't know. And then also they change stuff and then they don't really tell people like, hey, we're gonna change this. So I don't know. I try to do my best. People even say you need to make better thumbnails, but it's like, even when I put in effort to put in better thumbnails, it's not really. I still get the same amount of like views. I don't even like doing thumbnails, so like if the thumbnails aren't going to do anything, then I'd rather just not do them. Like, I can do thumbnails, but like I would rather not, because I don't see any difference. I'm not gonna put effort into something that isn't really gonna help. I never use thumbnails. Yeah, I will usually try to use the picture, like screenshots from the video. YouTube also, like, they have the option where you can choose like thumbnail, like little scenes from your video to use it on. I'll usually try to do that. I feel like, you know, I'll try to pick out a good screenshot that like shows the most interesting part. Yeah, I use that. Yeah, or you can like screenshot the video yourself and like put it on there too if YouTube, because sometimes the YouTube, that function, it doesn't really show like any interesting stuff from the video. So I use the one that's least of a spoiler. Yeah. Usually, I don't know why, but YouTube always picks out the part of videos that are like I don't think would be interesting. I try to like try to pick out a pose or put out a part that's gonna be interesting to look at. Like for this, like pick out like a scene where like I draw something really cool and maybe use that. But I'm not like I honestly don't think thumbnails do anything. Like they might help capture someone's attention, obviously, but I don't think this really working at all for me in my case. And it might just be like maybe I don't have anything that's like. Oh, also I found out my favorite music artist in the copyright, so I use their songs on my vids all the time now. Oh, that's cool. That's lucky, because the music I would want to use, my whole channel would get terminated. I've seen like some non-copyrighted music compilations, and I will use that on my streams when I'm like doing digital art, and I'll have it playing from my desktop, and I'll use that as like the background music for my streams when I'm drawing digitally. But you gotta be careful with those too, because sometimes they say that it's not copyrighted, but then like you end up, sometimes they'll still have a song or so. There might be like a song in that compilation that actually was copyrighted, which annoys me because it's like, why would you put that on there? Now, to be fair to the person who posted the music, they probably didn't know. Sometimes some songs might be not copyrighted in one country, but then might be copyrighted in another country, so maybe that's where the conflict is. But I hate that because it's like you're trying to do the best you can to not infringe on anything, and it's like you still end up getting flagged. You know what the dumbest thing is about, oh, look at this. I'm gonna do more figures sketching, more eyes or whatever. I like the way this turned out. I like that pose. You know what's weird to me? The YouTube shorts, you can use all the copyrighted music you want, but if the moment you use it in like a normal non-vertical video, you get copyright struck. That's the thing that I hate. And they're trying so hard to be like TikTok, where like, TikTok, I think TikTok had the rights to use certain music at some point. That's what they're trying to do, but it's dumb, because like, why not just let people use the music in regular videos too? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? And you can do what TikTok does too for regular videos, put down like what the name of the song is and stuff. It's ridiculous. I don't understand how people run these billion-dollar corporations and cannot do the most common sense thing. I once used a whole verse of Perfect Ed Sheeran in a short and didn't get copyrighted. Yeah, it's probably because it's in their bank of songs. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, why is it okay to use it in the shorts but not in the regular videos? Like, you might as well let people use it in the regular videos. I don't get what's so different about shorts other than you trying to copy YouTube. I'm trying to copy TikTok. Like, you might as well let people use the music in the regular video. That doesn't make sense. And I think people Ooh, like I really don't understand how these people, how these companies be making decisions. They don't make very smart decisions. I don't understand. Other than they just want to be like TikTok with the short form content. I feel like people will go to YouTube for more longer form content. Because while people do have short attention spans, that is true. But like, I feel like at the end of the day, people will eventually look at the longer form content. Ooh, I'm sorry. So that's why I just don't understand why they're trying so hard to be like TikTok. But it just doesn't make sense. They know TikTok. Exactly. Yeah, that's what a lot of corporations do. As soon as an individual or a company makes something that's like popular, they all get on. They all try to get on that gravy train, even if it doesn't make sense for them. Like Instagram. Instagram is supposed to be a place for like photos and drawings and stuff, but now they are trying to push reels so much because they want to be popular, even if it's at the expense of ruining their website. I mean, it's their website; they can do whatever they want, but I just think it's stupid. And it's really proof that people who run companies, like people act like people who run these companies, oh, they're rich and popular companies, so the people behind them, they must be like geniuses. Like, no, a lot of these corporations are run by really out of touch, dumb people. Like, I just don't get it. If your website is known for pictures and stuff, it doesn't make sense for you to favor reels, or it doesn't make sense for you to try to be TikTok, do short form content when you're known for long form content. Because eventually, a lot of TikTokers, they do tend to create like YouTube channels anyway to make long form content, because even they know that the short form content will only be popular for so long. So even the TikTokers know that they gotta do long form something. For real, the next thing we know, we'll get gifts in YouTube Shorts. You know what? I think it would be really cool. Like, there are some websites where you can actually post memes and gifs in the comment section, like on Twitter and stuff. I always thought it would be cool to be able to do that in a YouTube comment section. Not just shorts, but just like all YouTube videos. I always wonder why they never did that though. But yeah, honestly, if they haven't done that now, I don't think they're gonna do it. Well, they might. Actually, they might do it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just got through saying these guys will do anything for money. If the gifts make them, if they feel like gifts would make them more money, they totally do that. That's why I don't believe when people say these people who run these companies are like corporate or like business geniuses, because they just do some really ridiculous stuff that I just cannot. I know nothing about running a company, but I know that certain stuff is just very anti-consumer. It would be cool. I use them all the time in my own comment section. Yeah, that would be very cool. And make your own. Because, sometimes people be saying crazy stuff in the comment section and you just wish you could just post. And GIF would be like, wow, really? Ooh, I should have made this leg shorter than this leg. Because it's like, yeah. Oh, that was a mistake. Alright, I'm gonna try to draw this guy from this top, this worm's eye view. What do you call it? I think it's called the worm's eye view because you're like all on the ground, you're looking up, like, or bottom up perspective. I don't know. I think I've gotten a little bit better at drawing these angles. I gotta be careful because my eyes be looking wonky like AI, like AI eyes. I'll be paying attention to like one quick lines sometimes. I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like I gotta speed up and draw and get to the next part. I don't know why I feel like I do that though. It's not like I'm on a deadline to draw any of this stuff. What time is it for you? It is. Ooh, it's 5:46. What about you? Where time is it for you? I don't know. Yes, 5:46. 5:46. 5:46 p.m. I don't know if you're like in another country or not. It's 11:46 p.m. Oh, really? I'm in the States. Are you in the States? No, you might know. What country are you in? If you don't have to say it if you don't feel comfortable. It's fine. I did notice that, like, I get like a small percentage. I'm 6 hours ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I did notice in my YouTube analytics that I get like a small percentage of people that are like from like Brazil and Russia, which is very interesting because I would never think that anybody from those countries would be interested in this stuff. I'm in the UK. Oh, cool. Hello, Octor Afton. I'm 5 hours ahead. Oh, okay, that's cool. Because I noticed it. The reason why I asked like what country you from, because I noticed that I did have some people that were like from other countries, like Russia and I think Brazil too. That's cool. You guys are from another country. But then again, everybody enjoys looking at art. So like, Oxera, Osera. Hello, Osero Afton Alcero. Am I pronouncing it right? Osero, Sero, Serer. Okay. Okay, that's good. I'm glad. Well, welcome, Oxero. I am KJ Art. I'm an illustrator and animator. Right now, I'm just doing a little live stream. I'm just sketching my little sketchbook here. I have other like old I have other art videos on my channel as well. So if after the stream you want to check them out, you can. You can also like and subscribe if you want to see more of these streams. But it's nice for you to join us here and in the chat. Like after this page, I'm gonna have to start going because I gotta go home soon. Yeah, I hope y'all having a great Friday. But another interesting thing that I noticed about my analytics too is that most people are from the United States, which is where I'm from. But then I get like a small amount of people that are like from Russia or Brazil. So that's why I just wanted to see if you guys were from any of those countries. If you are, hello. And I noticed that a lot of the people, hello Marcella. I'm Marcella. Nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here. And I noticed that most people were like in my age range. It said 30, going like in their 30s or 20s and 30s. And most of them are women. Which I also thought was very interesting. I mean, I'm a woman too, but yeah. I guess I always kind of consider YouTube as like a dude-oriented website. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because sometimes it just feels like most of the... I love how you draw glasses so much. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got two ways of drawing glasses. Sometimes I like to draw them like this, where I only draw like the top part. And the glasses, like, it's implied. But other times I like to draw like half like that and then just leave that open. I don't know why, I just like that doing that too. Oh, oh, you got a little popcorn emoji. That's cute one. So I don't usually use the YouTube live emoji. I'm sorry about that. Y'all can't even see the drawing. See, I'm holding the phone in my hand right now. Usually I have like a little stand that I do it on, so that it stands up on the table like this. The only reason why I'm not doing it right now is that I want to be able to just quickly move. Because usually if I have it on a stand, I have to flip the book over and stuff, and it doesn't capture the full like sketchbook. So I have to like move it, and sometimes I flip the book over and stuff like upside down to draw on the other side of the page. But I feel like if I do it like this, I can just move the phone to whatever spot I'm drawing on. I want to get like one of those, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a phone holder that you can use to record. It clamps onto the side of the desk, like right here, and it like holds the phone up. It's like a little tube or whatever that holds the phone up over your page. That's what I want to save up to get, because I think that would be a lot better, a lot easier than just holding it. Although I think I'm getting the hang of holding it though. And this is why I like to draw my legs like this. This is kind of like how people's legs are actually shaped. The bones are actually very curved. And then I like to do this. See, it looks more like a leg instead of just drawing straight lines. Give me a moment. I'm sorry for being quiet. If you hear a lot of stuff in the background, I'm again, for those of you who are new here. If you hear a lot of stuff in the background, I'm at a mall right now, so that's why there's a lot of noise. So I just wanted to draw somewhere, besides indoors, besides at my house all the time. So that's just why I'm doing this. Look at the chat right now. I never saw someone hold the pen the same as me. Like, typically you put it how you're holding it. Like, typically you put it how you're holding it. Mine rests between my middle and ring finger, and then my thumb support it. Oh. Oh, you mean like this? Oh, you can draw like that? I don't know, that feels really uncomfortable for me. But that's interesting, because I thought everybody held it between my middle and ring finger. So your ring finger's right here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought everyone drew it like this, like with the first finger between the first finger and the middle finger. I didn't know other people held it differently. That's interesting. You can't do it normally. Also hold a pen like you do, Slay. Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. Like, as long as you're able to use the pen, I think that's all that really matters at the end of the day. I'm just coloring this in behind the legs. Oh, that's crazy how you said you never heard somebody saw somebody hold a pen the way you did, and also said he holds it the same way you do. You know, I actually think I have seen like little kids hold their pen like that too. I don't know where, maybe, I don't know if it was like, I feel like I have seen like little kids hold their pen like that. So you maybe, so you're definitely not alone. Let me see something. This would be like a little kid, but he's dressed like an old man. There we go. You see how the head is kind of like weirdly on the side, so then that's why I cannot draw. Yeah, I have a hard time drawing people facing the front. His head looks kind of weird. Oh, wait. It's supposed to be boxy. For me, it's a sensory thing. Oh, really? With the pen? I didn't know sensory stuff could affect the way you hold things. I just always thought it might affect, like, feeling comfortable with certain materials or something. Let me finish this other one right here. And I apologize if the picture gets a little bit blurry. I don't know why it's getting so blurry. I just hate the feel of holding it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I never thought the way a pen being held could affect that type of thing. The more you know. It's very difficult for me to talk in a lot of my streams because, like, I don't really know what to talk about usually. So I'm kind of glad that you guys are in here and engaging and everything. Some of my live streams I don't talk at all. I just have music playing. That's usually when I draw digitally, though. I know a lot of people like to have interactions and stuff, so I try to say stuff. Maybe try to engage with the chat a little bit more. I even made like a Twitch account, but I haven't streamed on it in a while. Maybe I should. I don't know. What's the rules? Yeah. I really don't like talking to people, which is kind of weird because I've been working in customer service for like most of my working life. But usually which is ironic because I just don't like talking to people, but I work in customer service. But to be fair, it's not because I really want to. It's usually those are the types of jobs I end up wanting to hire me. But I think that might also contribute to why I don't like talking to people, because you gotta deal with a lot of rude, ridiculous people all the time. So then, like, by the time you get off, you don't want to really talk to anybody, because people just get on your nerves. Let me try to. There we go. I should draw beards and mustaches more. Dude, I just realized I don't really draw a lot of them. I did earlier. I made a Substack. It's like a website, like a newsletter website. You can make posts and stuff, but you can also like make comments, or like Twitter. And I decided I might post those pictures on there. It'll be for free though, because you can do like a paid subscriber thing. But I'm gonna post them on there for free on Substack. So if you guys want to take a look at some of the sketches that I did full on the stream, you can go to that as well. I'm gonna post it after I get through. I'll post a link in the community notes or community posts after I get through, so that you guys can see. And what I do on Substack, I just started it, so I'm not sure. Oh, by the way, I got my own short in my short restaurant. So that mean I'm on YouTube? Wow, that's cool. I've never had that happen to me. That's crazy. I've done I've done some shorts myself, but I've never been recommended my own stuff. I wonder what you would have to do. Maybe it's because usually when I'm looking through the shorts, I'm not typically looking at art stuff. I look at all different types of stuff, honestly. Usually comedy skits and stuff like that. So maybe that's why I don't get my stuff, because my stuff's not a comedy skit, but so I'm also working on doing some clip art for this website, for this education website. It's called Teachers Pay Teachers. And sometimes I stream myself working on that. That's the only thing that I'm not going to post, because that is meant to, like, basically sell on other websites. So I don't want to, like, post the raw files on there, because that might cause some issues. But yeah, it's called Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm trying to do like this clip art theme, which is like summertime. You just have like these kids just doing different summer activities. I really am enjoying it. I'm hoping to post it online by next week. But I have some old streams of me working on it. I think it's called TPT, working on TPT clip art. So, check that out as well. Let's see. Ooh. It's so blurry. I don't know why it gets so blurry like that. The other thing I noticed, that I don't really draw people doing things like, eating or walking. I should do more of that, because they'll make my art look more alive. supposed to be some fries. I don't know. I think I'm getting kind of tired right now. Push away something. Bob. I actually drew a walking pose for the first time with a reference but no tracing and had it so the character I was drawing the way he was looking around. Actually came out really good. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think the hardest part about that is, also like, is animating a walk pose. So I read somewhere that people really hate doing like walking animations to where they'll try to like make it where you can only see the top part of the character's body, so they don't have to draw the legs moving. Yeah, I will admit, drawing a walk cycle, like animating a walk cycle, is pretty. It's pretty boring. It takes a lot of time. I can see why a lot of people don't like doing it. Like, you want to animate all the cool stuff, not some walk cycle. But you gotta learn how to do it, obviously for reasons. I have difficulties to draw poses. Yeah. It takes a while to learn how to do those things. I would always say, just try to look up, YouTube videos on how to draw good poses and practice a lot of them. And you can also trace over like reference pictures and things like that to get an idea of the pose for the figure and things like that. That's how I kind of did it, but I feel like I probably didn't trace as much. I also did my OC sitting by a house fire, roasting marshmallows. My friends, I do. Oh, that's cool. Or are you happy with the way it turned out? It turned out all right. It probably did. I think you're a pretty good artist. It's always it's always great when like something that you worked really hard on comes out okay, comes out great. It's the best feeling in the world. Like my first sitting pose, and it wasn't a reference. Oh, cool! Congratulations. Yeah, it's really when you are able to draw something without looking at a reference, it's the best feeling in the world. It makes you feel like a great artist. But even like professionals use references too when they draw stuff. Like I know there's one comic book artist, Alex Toth. He's like really famous, and he would actually like hire people to like do poses for the comics he would illustrate, all the Superman comics and stuff he'd illustrate. So don't ever feel um bad. So like don't ever feel like don't ever feel bad if you need a reference, because like even professionals use references in their work. So if you got to use a reference, no problem. Just use it. You do whatever you gotta do to make your art look the best it possibly can. Ooh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't draw as much on this page, but all right, y'all. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I gotta start getting ready to go home. It's gonna take me a while to get home. So much for hanging out with me. If you want to see, if you want to watch this live, there's gonna be it's gonna be a VOD. YouTube automatically saves it. So you go click on my account and go to the live tab. It should be the VOD for this should be the first one that's up there. If you want to rewatch it, that's where it'll be. And I have a link to other websites you can follow me on as well. And thank you so much for hanging out here and for choosing to watch my live. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'm going to be posting these drawings on Substack, so I'll send a link to that later on. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna have to get ready to go. I really appreciate the really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You have a great day. Have a good weekend.